Dr. Mark Jangizi here with your science moment. Most people wouldn't recognize the arrival of tyranny even if it banned church services, shut down their business, forced them to stay home, stopped schooling their kids, lost them their job because inessential, kept sick family from seeing their loved ones, prevented their doctors from making their own medical decisions, demanded they cover their identity and ability to express themselves in public, coordinated which speech and viewpoints would be allowed in the public square, and jabbed them in the arm with a rushed medication, and refusal to submit meant being fired and banished. I had written this up a few weeks back on Twitter. Even Elon Musk, I believe, replied or retweeted or something to this effect for this one. As I've talked about before, many folks on the lockdowner side, when you say that the lockdowns and the other civil liberties violating interventions, which not only didn't narrowly work, but they were unethical by virtue of their having violated our civil liberties, they say, what civil liberties violations? What civil liberties violations? And one reason for that is something I talked about in an earlier science moment, is that once the new COVID cult, this kind of new religion, took hold, it was taboo not to do these things. It became taboo. And once something is taboo, then when there's laws against it, it's no longer deemed a civil liberties violation. None of us deem it to be a civil liberties violation to do certain unspeakable sorts of things, and they become unspeakable. They became unspeakable to do those things. Right? I wanted to just put in a short period of time the magnitude and the number of civil liberties violations that the COVID interventions engendered, and were backed by large majorities of the population. Not just backed, but enforced by the man and woman on the street. Right? I mention all of these things, or many of these things in many of my videos, but trying to get it all in one go so you can hear it in all one earful. And I want to leave it just at that. That's your science moment.